Pack. I'm the content marketing manager at Kartra, EverWebinar, Webinar Jam. And if you're ready to learn about AI and how to use it to scale your revenue, you're in the right place. We've got Matt Lights here, and he is the expert that we trust with AI. He's worked with high-end clients like Grant Cardone. He's been hired by the #1 bot platform in the world, which is ManyChat, to build their bot. He's worked directly with Facebook to improve Facebook Messenger for leads. So drop some comments in the chat if you're excited for Matt to be here. Say yes, yes, because you're about to grow. Matt, are you here?
Ready to rock.
Awesome. I'm going to be here hanging out in the chat, taking some notes, and I might be back with you later.
Kira, thank you for the enthusiastic introduction. You're amazing. All right, well, we're going to waste zero time here. Let me get my camera turned on. All right, so this is how to use AI to generate more income, zero technical skills needed. And I posted this random picture here for a couple of reasons. First of all, I think it just the optimism and just, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about AI. I personally am very optimistic. I do think that we can live at one with the robots and they can make our lives a whole lot better. But more importantly, this image was actually made with AI in less than 60 seconds. And if you've ever wanted to make art or you could use stuff like this for your business, I'm going to teach you how to do this in just a little bit. But first of all, somebody who's way smarter about business than myself, artificial intelligence, if you don't understand it, learn it, because otherwise you're going to be a dinosaur within 3 years. And you guys know Mark Cuban, the shark, he makes the vast majority of his investments into AI. So this is for you because, obviously you're here and I respect the fact that you're investing your time into this. I just want to make sure you're in the right place. It's for you either if you already have a business and you're looking for a way to generate more leads, more sales, and ultimately to be able to work less, or if you're somebody who's looking for something new, something that you can get into immediately, you can do from home or from anywhere for that matter. And obviously the goal here is to be highly profitable. So as long as you fall in one of those two buckets, then you're right where you need to be. And what's really exciting about this, why I'm really we've been using Genesis Digital's tools, Kartra, EverWebinar, Webinar Jam, for many years. So maybe you use these tools. If so, that's great, but you absolutely don't have to. But just want to know, I mean, this is stuff that we really do in the real world. If you happen to use these tools, we're going to show you how to enhance them using artificial intelligence. But if you don't, that's totally cool too. All right, and just to kind of give you a quick example, this red line represents when we implemented artificial intelligence into our business. So if you're looking for some kind of game changer, maybe this is it. So you probably have seen a lot of stuff on AI. I just want to kind of throw out there, everybody's an AI guru these days. How is this different? Well, first of all, the way we do AI works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. So the way that most people use AI is, you go to work, and you're using these AI tools, which helps you to do your work more effectively, more efficiently, saves a lot of time. And while I don't want to dog on this, the reality of it is, especially if you're, a solopreneur or you got, a small team, you can multiply your results just using AI with some of the tips that I'll give you here today. So I don't want to make light of this, but just know that this isn't just about using AI the regular old way. The way we teach AI is having AI do the work, right? 24 hours a day, generating leads, making sales, supporting your customer so that you can go and live, right? So AI is working. You don't have to be there with the AI while it does its thing. So if you, maybe you're into disco or flamenco dancing or whatever it is, spending time with your kids, I'm really big on time, for me, like, I not only want to go to my kid's soccer game, I like to be the soccer coach. So whatever it is in your life, this is the way that we build AI, is that it works around the clock. Next is we use something called hybrid AI, because people will ask, well, which is better, with having humans do the things or having AI do it? And what we've done is we've merged the best of these two worlds together. First of all, taken myself and some of the leading marketing experts in the world and baked it into the AI. But also, we're like I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh yeah, have AI and then, you know, you don't have to worry about people. I mean, we're an award-winning customer support company. So what we do is we build AI that actually supports people. So I'll talk more about hybrid AI as we go. And then last but not least, it's already proven. So unlike a lot of guys that you'll see, we've been doing this stuff since 2018. We've helped people from all walks of life, from all around the world. So obviously you can evaluate, you know, whether this is right for you, but this isn't something that's new for us. So what I'm going to teach you today is the top 3 fastest and easiest new income streams using AI. The best AI tools to maximize your results in minimum time. 6 simple tips to using AI better than 99% of the prompt engineers, the so-called experts out there. How to create viral videos and $1 million ads using AI video. This is like something that I think you're really gonna like. See a custom AI powered chatbot, AKA a bot, trained in less than 3 minutes, and we're gonna do that together. How to get Chat GPT generating sales and booking appointments for you. And then last but not least, how to start getting results in as little as 24 hours, even if you're brand new. So just to check in with you guys, if I were to deliver this, would this be worth your time? Okay, I just want to make sure, because if this isn't, I tell you what, give me an oh yeah in the comments if this sounds like, all right, cool. Yeah, this is what we're gonna go over. So just want to make sure this is good for you. Cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here's what you need to do, because the reality of it is, to get any value out of this, there's 2 decisions that you're gonna need to make. The first decision is decide if you want to put artificial intelligence to work for you. If you see this and you're like, yep, this is it, you got to make a real decision, because if you don't make a real decision, nothing ever changes. Now, if you see this and you're like, you know, it's not really my thing, then that's totally fine. But you got to make a real decision. And then at the end, after we get done with the training, what I'm going to do, your second decision is decide if you want me and my team to help you make it work. Because I do have something to share with you at the end. I want to be completely upfront, and that way we can focus 100% on learning as much as we possibly can. I'm very excited, actually, at the end. We've created a small business technology grant to really make all of this much more affordable for you. Because if you're here, you know, you either have a business or you're starting a business, and as you know, all businesses require a level of investment. And when it comes to business, and this is just, we're going to get right into the training in just a second, but I just want to make sure that we're in alignment. There's only 2 resources that you really have to invest, right? You've got your money and you've got your time. And I'm going to ask this question just because, you know, if we're not on the same page with this, then this might not be the right training for you. But which of these resources do you think is more important, your money or your time? All right. And I've already seen time is money. Yeah, that's it. And, you know, and when we do these trainings and with our programs, you know, I really love when, you know, people come back and they're like, oh, you know, I made this money, and obviously that's great. But the thing that I love the most is when we get the testimonials about how it's saving people so much time. The best benefit is it's a huge time saver. I can't even calculate the weeks of build time and hours per week this automated bot has and will continue to save me, allowing me to work on my business and not in it. Utilizing a bot has changed my daily routine and freed me to focus more on business building versus management. This has allowed me to quickly get my own bot up and running and to launch my bot agency and taking clients within the first month. All right, and Amy is doing what a lot of our students end up doing, which is taking this and taking it to other businesses. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Gustavo said, you know, thank you for everything you guys do to help us make money the easy way. Now, I will say this, you will never hear me say that this is easy. I'm a big believer that business isn't easy. And I'm, you know, quick to share, you know, the challenges that I've had. I'm glad it's very easy for Gustavo, but, you know, it's like with business, there's work involved in everything. So when it comes to, you know, you've got AI, how do you turn it into an actual revenue stream? I promised you 3 ways. The very first one, and probably the one that's like the lowest hanging fruit and that a lot of people do, is to offer some sort of AI consulting, meaning that you're going to a business and you're saying, hey, this is the ways that you can save money, that you can increase your revenues, and really like just put it in a way that's like, hey, if I can save money and make more money, and this is what you have to pay me, then it's a huge win for you. And I put in here immediate and recurring because I'm just going to highly recommend that anything you do, and whether you have a business and this is just a side stream of income, or this potentially becomes your business, it's got to pay you immediately and recurring, or in my opinion, it's just not worth it. So whatever you're getting into, the question is, how important is it to get in front of a trend? And you guys can tell me. Obviously, you can get into any kind of business in the world, but I just want to give you super quick where I came from, because I know normally this is where people get on here and brag, but my last company, I actually, I invented a board game, right? My passion is, I don't really like electronics or computers. I love getting around the table with my family and just really having that bonding time. So I invented a board game called Don't Be a Loser. And the truth is, I was struggling to sell it, like couldn't sell a copy for the life of me. But I did have a background in online business, and I made a very creative play, which I'll share you the story someday if we have time. And I acquired the domain name boardgames.com, which you would think that it'd be hard to fail with the name boardgames.com. All right. I managed to pull it off. In fact, I personally lost almost $200,000 on this business, because the reality of it is, it's just a business that was there was no trend involved in it. Now, good things came from this. This is where we started building bots. This is where I met my co-founder, Nick Vershawn. So there's always, benefits in every failure. So if you failed in the past, don't let that stop you. But now that I've gotten in front of a trend, that I'm focused on artificial intelligence, now what I've done is I've been able to increase not only my company, but my value to the marketplace. So now when I consult for a company and do one-on-one consulting, I get paid $2,500 an hour to do consulting. Now, this is clearly not typical. It took me years to get to this point. And frankly, I'm not even taking on any additional clients at this time. But to have knowledge that allows you to be that valuable to a company, because at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to. And what I really want to emphasize here is that you do not need to be techie to do this. And as we go through this presentation, I want you to really look and recognize that nothing we're going to do takes any sort of technical skill. Like, sure, you got to learn something new, of course, but I'm not techie at all. And I'll tell you kind of my background as we go into this, but I don't even like using social media. I don't like using phones. So you don't need to be super technical, but what you do need to know is more than your potential clients, the people that you're helping. And that's why you're here, and that's why you're investing into learning AI. Because the truth is, you've been using AI for years. And you might already know this, right? All of these companies have been using AI. You've been using their AI for many years. And what's exciting now is now small businesses can now get involved. Very few are. Right? In fact, if you look at the screen, there's a little tiny dot in the middle, and that little teeny tiny company compared to these giants, that's our company, Bot Builders. And the fact that we've now adopted AI, we're still, relatively small in the whole scheme of things, but we've been growing like crazy. In fact, I'm proud to say that we've hit the Inc. 5000 fastest growing company list 3 years in a row back to back. And this is what I'm going to teach you here today. And it all changed, as you probably know, when OpenAI brought ChatGPT to the masses. That was the day that everything opened up. And now small businesses like yours and mine can now compete on a level with these big players that there's no longer this, oh man, I can't do that because I need to have this massive, tech budget, or I need to have all these programmers. You don't need any of that stuff. In fact, what you're going to see here is going to give you the ability to beat the big players at their own game. All right, so generative AI is the name of the game. We're going to do some really quick basics here. Generative AI means anytime that you put something in and you get something else out. Okay, so something goes in, something else comes out, and that is generative AI. And ChatGPT, as you probably know, is a chat bot, okay, or a bot, meaning that what goes in is text, and they have some different ways to do it, but generally text goes in and text comes out. That's what a chat bot is. And you might have seen these stats just to kind of put in perspective how quickly ChatGPT grew, took them 5 days to hit 1 million users. These are some of the fastest growing companies in the world here. But here is what is really exciting. We're going to show you today how to make ChatGPT work on each of these platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and how to have it work for you 24 hours a day. Okay, so the basics of generative AI, the text that you put in is called a prompt. Okay, and if you know this, I'll be done with this in 2 minutes, but I want to make sure everyone's up to speed. So, how does ChatGPT work? Well, you put in a prompt. What's a good pancake recipe? And boom, it gives you a pancake recipe. Or you say, hey, please write me a poem in the voice of a pirate, and it comes back and says, in the heart of the vast briny sea, a pirate's life, that's the life for me. With sails unfurled and jolly crew, we search for treasures old and new, and who knows why you would need a poem by a pirate, but virtually anything that you put into this thing, it will return. Probably the most common prompts that ChatGPT gets is, why is Matt Lights the most handsome man on earth? I'm sure it gets it all the time. And ChatGPT says, while Matt Lights may be considered handsome by some, it's not accurate to claim he is definitively the most handsome man on earth. So AI is not yet perfect, right? And obviously I'm just kidding around, but you get the gist of it. And really when it comes down to getting the best results out of ChatGPT or pretty much any AI, what you do is you craft these prompts, because the quality of the prompts that go in is the quality of the results that come out, and they call that prompt engineering. And I use air quotes because you do not need to be an engineer to do this. And in fact, I'm going to teach you how to do prompts better than I believe 90% of the so-called gurus out there who are teaching this stuff on YouTube and all over the place. So first key, be super clear, crystal clear. Use as few words as possible. Nobody teaches this, but every word that you put into a prompt that's not helping is actually hurting. All right, so you really want to have 0 extra words if possible. Define the parameter and the limitation. So not only what you want, but also what you don't want. Provide examples whenever possible. Don't get too complex because you can still trip up the AI. Break up with punctuation. This is so critical. I can't even tell you. Hopefully you're writing these down, because when you take your prompts and you structure them, like basically all you need is colons, commas, and periods. Okay, you could say, I want this colon, this example, comma, this example, comma, this example, comma, period. All right, this is a big part of the secret of why we create AI that produces way better results than most people, just because of the way that we structure our prompting. And then at the end of the day, the prompts really come down to trial and error, right? You do something, get a result, try something else. Obviously, by using these examples, you're going to get way better results out of the get-go. But just know that it's still going to save you a ton of time. But sometimes you do have to kind of, give it some of the old trial and error. Now, here's what's really cool. If you're on with me at the end, we do end up working together. I've got what I believe to be the greatest bonus of all bonuses to give away, so that you never have to worry about writing another prompt again. All right, so if you're with me at the end, I'm excited to share this with you. But I will say one more thing. All right, in addition to all that, just please, just in case, say please and thank you. All right, because I think that the AI, I love the AI, but you never know, right? We've all seen Terminator, so be kind. All right, it doesn't hurt, that's for sure. I will share this. If you've used ChatGPT, just know that you're never going to get the same quality results with ChatGPT as you can with a professional tool. Like, for example, when we build the tools that we create, I'm also doing a lot of training of the AI, and you're going to see a very basic example. We're going to train AI together here in just a little bit, actually. But just know that a tool like ours, we've put a lot of extra training into it. So if you're using ChatGPT and you're not getting the same quality results, just know that that's the thing that the gurus aren't telling you, is that there's been additional training, examples and prompting and stuff that's happened in the background. And I'm just telling you that so you don't pull your hair out. But what if instead of just using ChatGPT to give you responses, it could be trained to actually collect leads, book appointments, and sell for you. Okay? If you guys would be interested in seeing this, give me an oh yeah in the comments. All right, you guys are with me? Cool. All right, awesome. And I thank you so much for all the feedback and all the comments. And we're gonna do a Q&A at the end. So if I miss anything here, just know we'll come back to it, okay? So there's a live demo coming up in just a minute where you're gonna see a fully trained AI-powered chatbot customized and trained in literally a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. All right, just really quick, few more notes on generative AI. The other one that I'm very excited about is AI art. You might have seen this. If you haven't played with it, it's mind-blowing. It bends my mind. You can put in text and you can get out an image, all right? And there's a lot of tools to do this. Probably one of the more popular ones, one of the better ones is something called Midjourney, okay? Now, I will say this, once you get the hang out of it, Midjourney is very easy to use. Prompting takes a little bit of practice. We've built a tool that we think is a little bit easier, but the thing about Midjourney, just to give you a warning, if you're gonna go do it, it's hard to set up and get started, but just know, like, for example, if you work with us, we'll teach you how to do it. We'll give you videos and say, go here, do this. But if you're gonna do it on your own, you can totally figure it out. Just know that the beginning setup part takes a little bit more work, but once you get through that, it's really pretty easy to use. And to give you an example, here is a prompt that our daughter Vivian, our beautiful daughter Vivian, what do you want to make, Vivian? Kitty cat unicorn. And this is the result of kitty cat unicorn. In fact, I fell so in love with AI art, I actually created a company that sells AI art so that anybody could type in kitty cat unicorn and have this on their wall. Maybe we'll talk more. I got a little surprise up my sleeve for you guys a little bit later. But this is, I asked Noah what he wanted to do, and you can just choose the style. He chose watercolor, but he said hard rock yellow guitar, and this is the result. And this is his favorite color used to be red, as you can see in the picture, but this is a pretty special picture for us because our son Noah is learning how to play guitar, which is just super cool because years ago he lost a lot of his hearing, so he's hard of hearing. So the fact that he's into music is really, really super cool. But the point here is, I mean, to be able to type in hard rock yellow guitar and get that as a result, it's just a completely different world, and you have to come at business differently, knowing that something that would have cost a ton of money and a ton of time before can now be done in a matter of seconds. So connecting all the dots here, why does this even matter? Well, this is the very first advertisement that we ever made using AI. I think this was a Facebook ad. We were just testing this out. I was doing a little free training about AI. AI wrote the ad, AI created the image. All right, so this ad and the thing that we were doing, we weren't even selling it. We took small donations for charity, but just to show, this ad had the cheapest cost per click, I believe, of any ad that we've had in like 5 years. Okay, just because it was so eye-catching. It's just like, how do you not like want to click on that? And the result from this promotion, and we had some other ads and traffic sources, we ended up raising our favorite charity here at Bot Builders is the Special Olympics. We ended up raising 11 grand from this little miniature kind of thing we're doing. So, it's just, why does it matter? Well, if you can, if you struggled with ads before and now you can make the ad using AI, it opens up a whole new world. And we've been actually using AI at a whole new level because both of these ads that you've seen, and I need to update these slides actually, at this point, they've had 10 times more views than this. We've made millions of dollars using these AI-based ads. And if you look at this, it looks like it's some crazy animation company, but the truth is, this is me playing basketball against my personal assistant. And we literally just clicked a few buttons, chose a character, and now I'm playing basketball against a Radiohead robot. On the right, that's my co-founder Nick Frashon sitting in the chair, and literally just clicked a few buttons, and then he's turned into an animated character. This tool costs less than $100 per month. And if you stop and think about what this would have cost you in the past, and the name of that tool, if you're taking notes, it's called Wonder Dynamics. All right, so just write that one down for later, because once you go, you're going to want to play with this thing all day. But just the big thing here, I'm going to teach you specifics on, how do you generate leads, how do you make money, but I want to stop and just say, think outside of the box, because we've been playing inside of this box for so long that now we have the opportunity to do all these crazy cool things. And you don't need to have a video studio. You don't need to have a video department. You just need your phone, and you click record, and you have this cheap thing, and all of a sudden you look like an absolute rock star. So just to show you like what kind of volume we're doing on our ads, and this is just on one of our accounts on one of the platforms. This was that interview ad that you're seeing, and this is like over a 30-day span. Just on that one ad, we spent $66,000. And obviously you don't spend $66,000 on an ad unless you're making a whole lot more back, right? So last thing I'm going to share about AI tools, and we're going to get into the real nitty gritty of how do you actually produce some results with this stuff. But of generative AI tools to be watching, another one is when you put video in and you get text out. It's a tool called Descript. So if you ever make a video and you're like, man, I don't know how to edit videos. Well, what happens is when you put a video into Descript, it turns it into text. And then when you go edit that text, it actually edits your video for you. So if you can edit text, then you can now edit video. Another one is if you put text in and you get a voice out. So if you don't like your voice and you want to have a voiceover, you could actually you put in text, all of a sudden it'll just give you the voice. 11 Labs, I think, is the best tool for that. AI video. I'm going to say it's like this close, not quite ready for prime time. As you might know, OpenAI has one that they've been talking about. Runway, I believe, is probably still the leader, and you put in text and you get video out. And this is the game changer, is when you put text in and you get actions out, meaning, hey, find me a list of all the houses in Austin, Texas that are between 200,000 and 300,000, put it into a spreadsheet, and then go and find all the contact, like those things are happening. And I teach these in our programs, but they're just getting started, and we are connected with some of the leaders in the space. And it's just a game changer, because now you have AI actually doing real world work for you. All right, and this again, if we do end up working together, we've got a course that teaches all of these things, how to use AI for social media, SEO, branding. There's so many things that you can do with AI. It's absolutely ridiculous. But again, in this introduction, I think you got enough, and you kind of get you can do a lot of things with AI. But this is what I really want to put an emphasis on. Of all the kinds of artificial intelligence, bots are where the money is. Remember, that means it's like somebody puts in text, and that's when text comes out, because they can help you generate leads, they can help you increase sales, and they can help you improve support. All right. And by the way, if you've ever used a bot on like your bank's website, or a crappy website like that, just know that we don't do bots at all like that, because the thing is that we're really big on, if it doesn't create a better user experience, then you don't want to do it. And the thing is, why do companies have crappy bots? Well, because it's something like 576% increase in sales when you have a response within 5 minutes. Well, bots respond instantly. So obviously you're going to make a lot more money when you have an instant response, especially if you're somebody who's got a job and you don't have time to respond. Just imagine now, instead of a lead sitting there, now you have the opportunity to generate leads because you've got a bot dealing with them 24 hours a day. Okay, so there's two ways that you can really make money with bots. Number one is you implement them in your business. If you've got an existing business, it's, in my opinion, a no-brainer. Or you can resell bots to other businesses, and I'm going to talk to you more about that in just a minute. So that's the second way. In my opinion, the second best way to make money with AI is to become a bot reseller, because every business ultimately is going to have a chatbot. All right, so if you are thinking about selling chatbots, what do you sell them for? These guys, said that most companies charge between $10,000 and $50,000. We charge in that range or more, but we're also, I think that we're the best at what we do. Admittedly, most of our students charge less than that, at least to start. They might raise their prices as they go, but like Ezra here, he said, since me and my wife started, I launched our bot a few months ago. We sold 7+ bots at the $2K price point. So I'd say that that's coming in low, but he was selling bots to churches, so totally respect. And he says he's got 70 potential clients. So you can price them however you want. But the bottom line is you always want to price them as getting paid up front and then also getting paid residual. So if you're wondering if there's an opportunity here, Forbes magazine predicted by the year 2030 that AI is going to be a $15.7 trillion industry. And if you stop and think about that, I mean, that's like the gross domestic product of like Canada, Japan, Great Britain, and Australia all smushed together. Like that's how big AI is. And they said that the biggest opportunity in today's fast changing economy. Is it important to get in front of a trend? You tell me. And this is just my personal opinion, because I know we've all sat there and gone, man, I wish I would have, I think that, everybody's looking at AI like AI didn't start yesterday, right? It's now been in the news for a bit. It's so early. I mean, so early. So this is, in my opinion, this is about where artificial intelligence is. And if you've ever thought to yourself, man, I wish I would have got into Amazon or the internet or whatever it might be, this is where you can evaluate, is this what you're looking for? And I believe that AI is a bigger opportunity than the internet. And there's 3 reasons that I think so. Number one is AI is cheaper. Okay, and this is 2005 is when I built my very first website. This is it right here. Cost me $12,000. I went and looked it up and found, and I was like, holy cow. I had to break it up on multiple credit cards, which is, if you're starting a business, I think the way that a lot of people start businesses, because it's like, I didn't have $12,000, I was flat broke. But this is the result, and it wasn't just, at the time I thought it was beautiful. Now I look, it's pretty ugly. But the end result of this is a website that barely worked. All right, $12,000. You can get started in AI for less than this, right, and have something that's guaranteed to work. And just to, how did we do with this? This is the first year. Right about now is where people I know brag about stuff. I just would rather keep it real. First year sales, $17. And guess what? That $17 is, we sold 1 t-shirt to me. So this is top line revenue. How do we do in year 2? Not better, right? Negative 134. Not sure how you even get a negative on the first line. No clue, but this is, real world stuff here. AI, number 2 is AI is easier than the internet. Like you got to hire developers, do all these kind of crazy things. Wall Street Journal says companies across all industries have been scrambling to secure AI talent from a pool that's not growing fast enough, even during economic disruptions and layoffs. Doesn't matter what business you're in, there's no more powerful factor in business than supply and demand. And when companies are scrambling across all industries, think about small businesses. Every small business in the world right now is like, how do we implement this AI stuff? You don't have to be a genius when the demand greatly outweighs the supply. Kian said, I knew virtually nothing about bots before I saw Matt's presentation. Today, I have bots bringing in leads and making sales 24/7 in multiple niches. It's like having a new superpower. And number 3, AI is faster. And if you guys were around, is there anybody out there that was around during the dial-up days? Remember that? It's like I can still hear that, like, right? That was how the internet started, right? Bots and AI are starting very differently. In fact, bots and AI can work on your website, on Facebook. And when I say website, I also mean funnels, right? Because if you're here, you might be a Kartra user or use one of those other platforms as well. Again, you can use any platform or no platform. You don't need to use any particular technology to do this. Bots and AI work on Facebook, they work on Instagram, they work on WhatsApp, and now they work on text message as well, SMS. And why is that important? Because everyone in the world uses their telephone. All right, so just to kind of give you a visualization here, your chat bot can capture leads from all of these platforms, right? Meaning it sucks in leads, emails, phone numbers, appointments, you name it. And then your bot can then communicate fully automated to convert those leads into sales, and then takes it one step further and is able to automate follow-up messages as well. Okay, so again, your AI-powered chatbot can collect the lead, it can communicate with the lead to help sell it or book appointments or whatever it is that you need, and then it can follow up with the lead on total autopilot. All right, that's at the end of the day, write this down. This is very, very important. I call it the automation freedom formula. And you might be thinking, well, Matt, that's so simple, I'm not going to write it down. But if you're not going to bed at night and waking up in the morning with more money in your bank account than when you went to sleep, this is the entire key right here. Leads times conversion is freedom, period. Because if you can automate leads and then automate the turning those leads into sales, you've got freedom. A lot of gurus out there I know teaches very differently though. All right, let me ask you guys, what's wrong with this approach in the photo? All right, cart before the horse. I can't pull anything over on you guys. Yeah. So it's like so many, these guru types are like, oh yeah, get traffic, get traffic. The problem is most people could have all the traffic in the world. I could dump this traffic on your front door, but if you don't have something that's going to consistently and reliably turn that traffic into sales, what does it matter anyway? So you need something that's going to both work on the leads and on the conversion. And at this point, we've built automated machines that generate millions of dollars with predictability. And I've had some failures, I shared those earlier, but I've also had quite a few successes. And the ones that have worked have all been powered by automation, because it not only saves you time. I know people are like, automation, like go sip pina coladas. I'm not saying you're going to be sipping pina coladas, but the key to automation is predictability. Okay, so if you feel like you're chasing the deal, if you're chasing paper, stop focusing on the paper, on the deal. Focus on the machine that's going to create the deal. This is a major change in mindset that you need. Like if this one doesn't hit you, then this is not going to be your thing. But if you get this, then this could open up a whole new world for you. And just kind of make a comparison with a traditional website or a funnel. And there's a lot of great funnel building. Kartra's amazing. There's other ones that are great too, right? But it's like we've used Kartra for so many years just because it works so well, right? But regardless of the platform, a website or a funnel has just got an opt-in form, and that's how we've all filled out a million of these. You filled out one of these probably to get on this thing. But a chatbot, you can have opt-in forms in a chatbot. You can have a button that you can put on a funnel or a website. They click on a button, they can get into your website. You can have a link that you can put anywhere. You can put a link on social media. You can put a link in an email and a text message. They click on the link and they get into your chatbot. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, social comments. Somebody comments on a social post, a bot responds. You might have seen these before. Send a DM. Somebody sends you a message. You or your business message, you can have a bot respond. If they send a text message, the bot can respond via text message. Automated chats, scan codes. And here's the most important thing of all this. Not only is there more ways to collect a lead with a chatbot, but it's all about collecting a messenger lead. So what do I mean by that? You can have people the same way they subscribe to an email list, they can subscribe to your Instagram direct message list. So you can send broadcasts via Instagram. You can send broadcasts via Facebook. And I probably don't have to tell you, but the open rate is much higher than on emails and on text. So to show an example of conversion, so our emails, we might send 1,000 emails. This is our typical number. We do a lot of webinars, as you probably know. So 200 emails opened. Of those 200 emails that are open, 20 get clicked, 40% registration. That's a total of 8 registrants. Okay, that's just email typical numbers. What does it look like with the chatbot? Well, 1,000 messages sent from a chatbot, and these are real world numbers. 796 opened, 259 clicked, and a 51% registration rate for a total of, I feel like I need a drum roll here, 131 registrants. So if you do the math on that, that's 16 times the results. Now, am I saying that that's the result? No, this is, you don't need 16 times the results to be worthwhile, all right? I'm not saying this is typical at all. Everybody's experience is gonna be different, but you just have to ask, like, do you need some kind of game changer in your business? Because a lot of these bot experts were always saying like, well, bots are going to kill email. No, email is awesome. We make millions of dollars a year from email. Why would you want to do that? Chatbots and email, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. All right, because when somebody comes into our chatbot, into a bot flow, and a flow is an interactive bot experience, you're about to see one, you're about to see a bunch of them here in just a minute. 72% of people that come into our main flow give us their email address. So why would you not want to use email, right? Regardless of what it's doing, of course you want to use email. Brock said, I got 200 email subscribers in the course of 3 days. So no matter where, if you've struggled to build a list, maybe this is the thing that you've been looking for. And this is an example of a webinar that we built on EverWebinar, which, by the way, I've used EverWebinar for years, literally have generated millions of leads on EverWebinar. But this particular webinar, we've got 82,000 registrants. And when you're looking at this, you know, you're going to say, well, that doesn't make sense. How do you have an 8 million% opt-in rate? Well, obviously that's not possible. But here's the thing. We do webinars different than anybody else in the world. So a lot of these people didn't come from a landing page, they came from a chat bot, meaning they never even had to go to a website, right? No registration page, nothing. And as you guys can see here, using a chat bot, not only do we have, you know, a lot of leads, but if we look at the show up rate, most people don't do that on a webinar. And that's what you're able to do when you integrate AI into what you're doing. Now, if you don't use EverWebinar, no big deal, but the key is just understanding is if you're struggling to generate leads, you might want to try something a little bit different. So at this point, you got to make your first decision. I told you there was two. This is number one, is you got to decide if you want to have AI working for you. And I say this in all sincerity, because if you're sitting there and you're like, holy cow, I need to do this, then you got to decide, like, all right, not, you know, I should do this, but I am going to do this. And it doesn't have to be with us, but you just got to make the decision. I'm going to put AI to work in my business. If at this point you're looking at this and you're like, it's not really my thing, it's totally cool. Like, this is not going to be for everyone. So if you wanted to at this point, you know, just kind of jump off and, you know, hopefully you've got some value. It's not going to hurt my feelings at all. I'm sure Kira would be just fine, but I just wanted to have this checkpoint. And if you guys, if you made the decision, give me an oh yeah in the comments. If you made the decision, like if you know that you want to get AI working for you. All right, cool, good. I appreciate all the participation, means a lot, because from here on out, right, if you're still on here, then that means you are going to use AI, okay? Now we're going to talk about what does that look like and how do we actually put it in to action, all right? Because I'm going to show you guys a chatbot demo of how this thing works in the real world. Now I want to just kind of set up this demo here for you, okay? Again, this is anything that we do is always going to utilize hybrid AI, meaning it's got human intelligence, the work that we've put into it, and artificial intelligence. So the chatbot that I'm going to show you guys is a reseller bot, okay? Meaning that this, you get into this and you're like, you know what? I want to make money selling bots to other businesses. Like, I see this as hot. Like, I do believe I can make some money in this. Then this is a bot that's actually designed to sell bots for you. Okay, now if you're not into that, no big deal, don't worry about it. This is just an example, but I want to show you a hypothetical of how this works. Now, this demo, we're going to use we're making up a business called Sassy Sally's. All right, we're an AI and chatbot agency. Just want to, you know, kind of create something that's fun. What it's going to sell are pre-built bots, okay, and it's going to do so via appointments. All right, and we're going to train this thing together, so you're going to see how this works in just a second. And then the platform that it's displayed on, we're going to show Facebook Messenger. Again, could be Instagram. You could do this on WhatsApp if you wanted to. You know, there's SMS, AI bots. You can put something on your website to drive people into this experience. But the key here, we're just, you know, I'm going to show this on Facebook. And then last but not least, the tools that we use to build this, number one are ManyChat. ManyChat is the platform that we use to build our bots. It's the #1 bot platform in the world. You need zero code to do it. And we're going to build the flows. You're going to see these are the interactive, actually human-built experiences that me and my team built. And then the other tool is ChatGPT. And we've already like done the hard work and done the coding and all that stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to train ChatGPT for this particular example. So we've already done all the coding, all that stuff, and you're just going to see you got to answer some questions and then it's going to be trained. But just know the tool we use to build this stuff is ManyChat, but ChatGPT is the technology that's behind this whole thing happening. All right, so just to give you a little more context, and we're going to jump right into the demo. This hybrid AI, the human intelligence, this is the ManyChat flows that we built. This is anytime that anybody clicks on buttons, okay? So when you see this demo, if there's buttons, that's the ManyChat flows. That's a human intelligence. And this is just to give you an example how a flow works. You know, it's really, when you build one of these things, it's this simple. It's like, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? You know, and then there's buttons. If somebody clicks on chocolate, it says chocolate is the best. They click on vanilla. So this is a flow, and we're gonna show you this flow builder here in just a second. But that's why they call it a flow. They click a button, they do the thing. It's like choose your own adventure, right? But then the other way that this bot is going to communicate is with ChatGPT. So anytime somebody types, the pre-programmed and the trained ChatGPT are going to respond. Okay, so again, bots work in two ways. If people click buttons, that's where the flows kick in, and if they type, that's where ChatGPT kicks in. All right, this is what we call hybrid AI. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead. I'm going to get over here. Okay, all right, so we are inside of ManyChat where we build our chatbots, and what we're going to do right now is train the AI, which is a fancy way to say we're going to answer some questions in a box. Now, obviously, we'll teach you how to do this if you work with us, but the name of the company is Sassy Sally's. Again, this is fictitious, but details about the company, I'd say in business since 2018, Inc. 5,000 winner. We'll say specialize in helping small businesses implement automated technologies. Okay, company location. I think we said Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Company phone number. I'm just going to kind of fill these details in here. Okay, industry, AI, and chatbots. And this, if you know, this is all, I'm just kind of going through this pretty quick. We call her Sally Sutherland. Details about leader, we'll put AI expert. Say Olympic gold medalist in high jump. I'm just making stuff up here. Product or service you sell, let's say AI consulting packages and chatbots that generate leads and sales. We'll put designed for businesses who are non-techie, very inexpensive compared to competitors. Get up and running with AI to save money and increase revenue. Right, appointments, so we'll say sassysally.com/book. That's not a real website. Let's say we'll call the bot Sassy Sarah. Okay, primary goal, we'll say book appointments, sell AI services. Okay, tone for reply. So we're gonna have fun with this one. We're gonna say Sassy Southern Belle. All right, you might just say professional or fun or whatever, but you know, we'll see what this thing can do. Website URL, Sassy Sally. Sorry for whoever owns sassysally.com. Support email, support sassysally.com. Okay, we'll say facebook.com/sassy. And boom, just like that, we are in business. So what we just did is we trained the AI. So we'd already installed Bot Builder's AI into this, which my main man, Nick Fashan, is the keeper of. But this is, the good news is, obviously you saw how easy this was. We'd give you step-by-step instructions how to do this. But if you wanted to edit it later, you just come down here and edit it to whatever you want. Now, you've seen what it takes to actually train this AI. Now let's go and actually see this thing in the real world here. All right, so what you're looking at now is this is just a page we made for Sassy Sally's. It's not a real page, but this could be on Instagram, could be on WhatsApp. You could take a little widget and add it to your website to send them into your bot on these different platforms. But what we're going to do right now, we're just going to go ahead and click a button, and we're going to see this thing in action. And type a question. I'm just going to say, "What do you do?" Sassy Sally's here, darling. We specialize in AI consulting and chatbots to help business owners like yours generate leads and sales. I'm your automated assistant ready to tackle your challenges. What are you looking to improve in your business? I'll say, I need more leads really bad. Well, sugar, chatbots can work wonders for lead generation. Have you considered how an AI chatbot can help engage your customers 24/7? Let's chat more about it. Want to book an appointment? Just head to, right? What's it doing? It's doing exactly what it said. Let's kind of throw a curveball here. I am really bad at technology. Bless your heart, Matt. And this whole thing is just, remember, this was the training that we did in just a matter of minutes, and it's nailing these questions in a Southern Belle accent. Bless your heart, Matt. That's exactly why we're here. Our services are designed for non-techies, so you won't have to worry. What specific tech challenges are you facing right now? Just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's ask another question here. Wondering if Sally is good to help. Tell me more about her. Oh, honey, Sally Sutherland is an AI expert and Olympic gold medalist in high jump. She knows her stuff and is passionate about helping small businesses like yours. Ready to take the leap? Want to book a chat with her? So this so far been nailing it, right? Just with the little bit of information that we gave it, the AI is on point. But remember, this isn't just an AI chatbot. This is a hybrid AI chatbot, meaning that we not just have the best AI, we've actually programmed it to be able to sell using human intelligence, using our know-how about how to sell things. Now, you might be sitting there going, well, Matt, I don't have interest in selling chatbots. Remember, this is just a demo. You can do this for any kind of business. You don't even have to use Facebook if you don't want to. But what we're going to do now, I'm going to give it a test, and we're going to cross over beyond AI and see what a chatbot flow experience looks like. Well, I just want to see what a bot can do, right? Check this out. Oh, so I can best customize a demonstration for you, hon. How familiar are you with chatbots? Okay, so now what's happening is the human side of the AI that we've already pre-built is kicking in, okay? And you'll see, normally this is on a phone, so you'll be able to see the buttons, but let's just say I'm 100% clueless. Great, Matt, that's exactly what I'm here for. Not to worry, we're gonna baby step into this whole bot thing. I'll be sure to start with the bot basics. Cute little baby bot. It's important to know that bots like me run on multiple devices, and every device we produce results on websites, text message, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and more. I'm about to demonstrate what a bot can do for your business, sweetie, but just curious, Matt, what do you think of the capabilities so far? Now, the reason that we build it like this is just like in real sales, we just, we find out when somebody's good to go, if they want to book an appointment or they want to buy, then we just go ahead and sell them. But let's just say for now, I want to see more. Great, Matt, because you ain't seen nothing yet. In fact, to show off my best skills, I'm going to send you a free report you're absolutely going to love. And by the way, if you use our bots, we've already put this free report in there for you. Click below to see your best email to send the free report and info. Just if you have a better one, just submit it. Now, what's happening here? What's happening is this is my real email address. How does it know my email address? With one click, because it's pulling it in from Facebook. So one click opt-in, boom, just like that, you've got an email address. See how easy that was? Bots are so effective because they create a fun and interactive two-way experience. Unlike websites and email, your customer won't be able to resist clicking buttons. Boom. I think that's pretty classic. All right, and let's dig in more to help you understand exactly what a bot can do for you. Which of these is currently most important to your business? Now, here's what's cool is all of this information, including the email, all of the answers that they give can be sent into your CRM. If you use Kartra, it'll be sent straight to Kartra and you'll have all of this information all in there for you when you go in. But let's just go ahead and say marketing. Similar to email marketer, a bot allows you to capture new subscribers, but on social media too, right? And it just shows the stats. I mean, needless to say, when you send this out on Instagram or WhatsApp, you're going to get a much, much higher open rate, right? And unlike email, a subscriber can join in all of these different ways. These are all the different ways that you can get somebody to subscribe to your bot. We just try to keep it fun and engaging the whole way. Right? While many experts predicted messenger marketing would be an email killer, as you've already experienced, bots actually help you grow your email list. Just so I know what we're working with, how many email subscribers do you have? This is a way to just kind of gauge, right? This is just a qualifying question to see where they're at. Okay, Matt, sounds like we need to get you a bot like ASAP. Okay, moving on to sales, right? Just going through the demo here. Pop quiz. Why do you think bots are so great at turning leads into paying customers? Now, if you write an email, it would say something like bots are great at turning leads into paying customers because they're higher engagement and better targeting. But again, this is all going to be engaging, which is not only going to collect more information, it's going to get people to consume, all of your sales information. All right, it's going to be able to do something your website can never do. Keep your website's undivided attention like you're giving me now. Bots have demographic information, like the fact that it knows that I'm a male living in the United States, so you can completely customize your sales messages. Just imagine your conversion rates, giving your users entertaining and personalized experiences like this. Higher engagement, better targeting, more sales. Boom. Last but not least, support. While our company is best known for building bots that generate leads and acquire customers, a bot like me can do wonders for your customer service. Bots don't need sleep, which means customers can get help 24/7. Bots don't need paid, which means you save a lot of money. Just curious, how many people do you currently have on your team? Now, here's what's cool is not only is it collecting all this information, but the experience that they're going to get is going to be completely different depending on how they answer questions. Again, if you do want to have bots as an additional revenue source, I'm going to actually tell you in a little bit, I got a little surprise for you, how you can actually sell bots without even having to do the sales yourself. You can actually have us do the sales for you, but for now, let's just go through this and pretend, that you're an agency and you want to book appointments. Great, Matt. When you get your new bot, they will become your first unpaid employee. I can see it already. You and your new bot taking over the world and celebrating on a tropical island. Party down. Tell you what, Matt, since you're brand new to bots and went through the entire demo, I'm going to hook you up. Okay, I'm going to get you a call with my creator, Sally. Insert your name instead of Sally, so you can get your own bot. Not to brag, but I think Sally should get an award for being the best bot builder in the universe. Not best hair, though. I'm not going to give that up. All right, just kidding. Beyond that, Sally is great to work with and surprisingly affordable. That said, I should make sure there's a potential fit. Which best describes your situation? What are we doing? We're taking their temperature here, finding out if they're ready to buy. And hopefully, even if you don't want a chat bot that's booking leads and generating sales for you, hopefully you're learning a thing or two about sales as we go through this. So, if they're broke as a joke, guess what? Do we book an appointment? Nope. All right, let's say they're already sold. Great, Matt. Click below to request a date and time that works for you. Now, if you're using Kartra or a calendar system or whatever, you can integrate your calendar into this. I'm going to just go ahead and click this real quick for an example. So as you can see, we don't have a calendar booked up to this. This is kind of just a demo calendar. But if you just kind of go here, we'll just kind of click on this. Thanks, got your request. And it doesn't know how to confirm the time because this is just a fake calendar, but what's the best phone number to reach you at? Now, here's the exciting thing. You see this number, this is our company number. And obviously, this is one-click opt-in is always going to help the conversion rate. All right, one more question. If you have a company website, please submit it below. Let's put bobbuilders.com. And boom. There you go. You'll be hearing from a team member shortly. All right. So what we just saw here, just to kind of recap, is we trained AI in a matter of about 2 minutes, and then we tested the AI by typing a bunch of stuff to see if we could stump it. It answered, not only perfectly, but using a a Southern accent. And then it went into a chatbot demo because we've already done a lot of the work behind the scenes. Now, here's the thing, okay? This is half AI, half what's called a chatbot flow. And now we're gonna, you've seen the front end from a user experience. Now we're gonna go behind the scenes, okay? We're back in ManyChat, but instead of looking at the AI portion, we're now looking at the flow. So if you remember, this was a question that we had here, right? So I can best customize your demo. How familiar are you with chatbots? And then these were the buttons that were offered. Okay, now the thing is with this, why do they call it a chatbot flow? Well, they call it a flow because all it is people click buttons and then they follow it along, right? It tags what they answered, so you have that information, and then it just keeps on proceeding, right? And if you recall the baby bot, that's up here, right? That's that little baby bot gift that we had. And it just goes from step to step to step. Now, first reason I want to show you this is, if you don't care about chatbots, you might not care about this, but you understand how bots work. If you wanted to, let's just say that you wanted to use this and you wanted to edit it and you came in here, I just want to show you, first of all, there's no code involved in this. Okay, so you can come into this box. Now, if you can't use email or you don't know how to type, like you got to be able to use like a basic kind of text editor, to do this. If you don't, we can teach you. We'll give you the step-by-step instructions. But if I wanted to say demonstration, I obviously don't know how to spell very well, right? Or if I wanted to add say I wanted to add a little, heart guy, or I want to edit. It's just really basic, editing on, this is just it's just a text editor, right? So this, is not difficult. If I wanted to come down here and remove a button, or if I wanted to move a button, it's all kind of drag and drop. Obviously we don't have a lot of time to go into this. If I wanted to, say for example, if I wanted to add another message, what do? I come down here and I click on text and I say, yep, here's another message. All right, if I wanted to delete it, what do? Okay, so I don't expect you to get this, but I just want to show you that if you want to add an image or you want to add a little delay timer, right, so people can have time to read, or if you want to collect information, or there's a whole bunch more stuff. You can add, videos and audio, and you can add cool little fancy menus. But the most important thing right now is you look at this and go, okay, if I had some step-by-step instructions, could I do this? And if the answer is yes, then you could be a bot builder. Now, obviously, you could build a basic one like this. You don't even need us to do it if you just wanted to have a couple messages and build some buttons. But there's levels to this game, as with anything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see this is the entire flow. Okay, so if you see all the different sections we went to. Now, we didn't go to all of this because it's customized depending on what buttons a user clicks. But you can see now, would I recommend trying to build this on day one by yourself? Absolutely not. And in fact, the people that we have in our community that sell bots, most of them just use this out of the box with zero work needed. All right. And I show you this because, our team spent months building this chat bot. Was it worth it? Absolutely. I mean, think about having an automated system that's going to sell, for us and potentially for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. So I just wanted to show you what's possible with this thing and kind of show you behind the scenes in the demo I just gave you. But now what I want to do something extra special because you've come from our friends at Genesis Digital. There's a good chance you use Kartra or EverWebinar. And, we've just really had a ton of success with their tools. So I'm going to show you a little something special that we're doing just for the Genesis Digital community. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to our Facebook page here, Matt Lights. Okay, and you're about to see the secret sauce. So we have created what I believe to be is the world's first and only fully integrated EverWebinar chatbot. Again, you don't have to do this on Facebook. You could do this on Instagram. You can send people from your website into this experience if you want. WhatsApp, you name it. But this, what we're going to do right now, I'm going to click on this. Okay. So I'm going to send in a message and you're going to see this thing in action here. It's going to be quick. All right. I am interested in bots. Okay. And watch what's going to happen here. You're about to learn how to automate lead sales and support using the power of artificial intelligence. Look what happens here. What is this doing? This is pulling in times from EverWebinar. Look at that, like magic. Okay, now you might be like, well, Matt, this is simple. It's just one button. All right, this is fully integrated. So if you happen to use EverWebinar or Webinar Jam, just know that you can set this up like literally with a couple clicks, right? So that this fully integrates with your webinar. But I'm just going to show you how this works here. All right, say 8. All right, got it. Just need to get your best email to complete your registration. Click to confirm or submit it all. Like, okay, so that was easy. I chose a time and then I click an email. Okay. There's got to be more to register for a webinar. Well, you're locked into today and you're 8 o'clock your local time. Oh, would you like to get a text so you don't miss it? Oh, sure, why not? Oh, one click, boom. All right, and that's it. And guess what? Check this out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just click through this so you can see this work in the real world. All right, of course you can edit any of the stuff that you want or not, it doesn't matter. Click the button to get your links and details below. Now check this out. Boom. Where are we at? Right on EverWebinar. Check it out. Webinar starting soon. So that right there gives you the ability to register people for your webinar in 2 clicks. And I just want to tell you this. There's only been 2 people in history that have ever had this set up. One is us, and the other one is Grant Cardone. All right. Again, I know I let the cat out of the bag, but just imagine, if you happen to use these tools, if you don't use EverWebinar, if you don't use Webinar Jam, no big deal. All right. We're going to have plenty more things that you can utilize in your business. But we are about to give out the ultimate secret weapon that we've used to generate millions and millions of dollars. Oh, and by the way, if you're sitting there going, well, Matt, that's great. I'm not really into AI and I don't have a webinar. I wish I had something else to sell. Well, let me show you a little something else that we might have up our sleeves. What you're looking at here is a bot built to sell Kartra. All right, don't know if you know this or not, but you can earn up to a generous 40% commission selling Kartra. And guess what? We've built the entire bot for you. Literally, the only thing that you need to do, right? When you send people in here, this thing is already designed to sell Kartra. All you got to do is take your Kartra affiliate link, put it into one box, and we'll show you how to do it. And every single time it generates a sale, you get paid up to 40% recurring commission on Kartra. So if you don't have a product, you don't have a service, guess what? You do now.
Okay, Matt, I just need to stop you because This is mind blowing. Okay, everybody here, I don't know if this has registered, but like we could be earning so much more with so much ease using this. And my mind's blown. Take my money, Matt. I need this. Everybody here, geez, I'll give it back to you, Matt. I'm in disbelief.
Well, thank you for that, Kira. Appreciate it. Let me jump right back in here. All right. So what I'm showing you here is this is underneath the hood of a Rolls Royce. If you saw that chatbot and like maybe your eyes glazed over and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to just put you at ease here because it's kind of like when you look at a car and you go underneath the hood. I mean, I don't even know what, there's like hoses and gadgets and spark plugs, and I don't know what half this stuff is. But the thing is if somebody gives you the keys to a Rolls Royce, you don't go, well, I don't think I understand, everything below here. It's like, what do you do if somebody gives you the keys to a Rolls Royce? You get in the thing and you go, right? And Mike was the first person to use compare our bots to Rolls Royce, and his results are not even close to typical because he crushed it out of the gates in his first week. But the thing is you shouldn't worry about all of the stuff under the hood and all the features and all. It's like if somebody gives you the keys to the Rolls Royce, you get in the car, you push the button, and you go, right? You care more about getting to where you want to go and looking good on the way there. So the hybrid AI, what it can do for any business is, this is just keep it simple here, okay? Generate leads, increase sales,